Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. The SNP called for a relaxation on all the sort of substance laws. They allowed anyone to basically use anything they like, decriminalised the lot, and that, I suppose, it's a way of having to de-police it. If everything was legalised, you'd lose all the crime. That's the theory. It's basically that's not what they're doing it for. The SNP want to decriminalise it all, so that they can then say they don't have a problem. Because they've got one of the worst drug problems in Europe. But anyway, it's not a devolved matter. And so they've sort of said to Rishi Sunak, can we do this? Can we get an exemption to do this and delegalize it all and decriminalize it all? And Sunak has looked very carefully at the proposals, thought about it for about half a second, and said no, don't be stupid. It's another SNP policy down the drain like that. Every single thing they do fails, and now their latest one fails. Are they destined to get anything through in this session? Not one thing is going through. Anyway, we'll take a look at this very quickly to just see why Rishi Sunak is bitch slapping Hamza Yousaf again. Here goes. So SNP humiliated by Rishi Sunak after calling for all substances to be decriminalised. Oh dearie me, it isn't going to happen. That said though, it's how half of them actually get through the day at Holyrood, isn't it? And Westminster. Let's not be about, I'm not going to be blaming it on both. Mary Black, when the 4 or 5 times a month when she lifts her head from that table. Rishi Sunak has no plans to alter his tough stance on substances. Downing Street said it poured cold water on the SNP's call for the decriminalisation of all illegal stuff for personal use. The Scottish Government today issued an unexpected call for the UK Government to make it legal for people to possess substances like H, the Colombian and other Class A's. Asked whether the Prime Minister was likely to grant that request, his official spokesman said, No, he said. Whilst I haven't seen those reports, I think I'm confident enough to say that there are no plans to alter our tough stance. The call was outlined in a new SNP Green, and you guarantee this was a Greens idea, because they always are, executive paper on reform, arguing that people found in possession should be treated and supported rather than criminalised and excluded. I think they should legalise it all, but government controlled. And so you guarantee the quality, you guarantee what's in it, you guarantee that, and more importantly, you can tax the arse off it. The document said also that people would have a better chance of employment without a criminal record, and repeated the call for supervised consumption facilities to be permitted in Scotland. The paper also makes repeated demands for further powers to be devolved to Holyrood, because always does. Every single thing they do, they can be talking about any one subject and they always tack this thing on every time. And it gets to Westminster and they just go, we'll throw that away. What have we got here? And they still, I don't know why they do it. Anyway, it comes as Scotland continues to be the death capital of Europe with this substance abuse, with fatality rates far in excess of the rest of the UK. Former First Minister Nicola Sturgeon admitted her government had taken its eye off the ball in responding to eight ball in response to the tragic national scandal. She looks like she's on it. SNP Substance Policy Minister Elena Whittam said these are ambitious and radical proposals grounded in evidence that will help save lives. No, they won't. You haven't got any evidence of that at all, have you? No evidence whatsoever. You're just saying words, in the hope that somebody somewhere believes you. Nobody ever does. She went on. We want to create a society where problematic substance use is treated as a health, not a criminal matter, reducing stigma and discrimination and enabling the person to recover and contribute positively to society. Well, you can't positively contribute to society when you're lying in a den, needle in arm, out of your face, high on H. What contribution do you make to society? Making overdoses easier, maybe, but who knows? Anyway, she said, while we know these proposals will start debate, they are in line with our public health approach and would further our national mission to improve and save lives. When are you going to start? because you've had 16 years of government and things have only gone downhill in every single aspect since you started. And you're now the capital of Europe when it comes to substance abuse deaths. Unbelievable that they even think about saying things like this, isn't it? She went on, we are working hard within the powers we have to reduce these deaths, and while there is more we need to do, our approach is simply at odds with Westminster legislation. We must operate within. Well, you can use the powers you have to stop it, or at least cut it down. You don't have to just ignore the problem or even encourage the problem by putting the price of alcohol up so fast, so high, that people go to other things anyway, and that gateways them in. Stupid people, aren't they? They don't even see what they're doing. But Scottish Conservative MSP Russell Findlay said Scotland's deaths crisis will not be improved by essentially legalising H, C and other Class A's. What kind of message is the SNP sending to Scotland's substance-ravaged communities? Shamefully, this is just about the SNP picking a fight with the UK government, but that's every single thing they do. They know nothing else. They know that they're actually going to make proposals that will be rejected just to pick the fight. They need to just be given, a red card. Just tell them, look, off. We're not interested. We're not interested anymore. Anyway, can I come up now? Because they are just absolutely useless. Anyway. So there we are. I was going to say SNP's policy, another green policy. But another green SNP policy kicked into touch because they just can't get it through. Everything they've tried since coming to power for the last government, 2 years now, every single policy has crashed and burned. They have got nothing through. Not one. They are a party of failures, and they've aligned themselves with a party of even bigger failures. It's just a case of who's going to fail more. But here we go, another policy gone, because you're dealing with morons who should know before you ask what the policy is. Anyway, nice to see them beaten again. I shall finish there. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see and hear on the channel, please do hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, leave a like, leave a comment, please share the video, and until next time, stay safe, stay well, and for heaven's sake, don't start taking stuff. It's bad news, boy. And goodbye.